The perfect offer formula for wholesaling real estate. What is up, guys? Zach in here, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you the only offer formula you're ever going to need for wholesaling real estate. And I'm excited to share exactly how to give the perfect MAO, the perfect offer price, how to find ARV repair costs. Guys, I'm going to share all of that absolutely for free today. This should be the last video for calculating offers in wholesaling real estate. And the best part is I teach you absolutely for free on this channel. So before I get into it, before I share with you exactly how to calculate the perfect offer price, the best formulas out there, do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe to the most free value from me, and let's get into it. So I think a lot of people, when it comes to giving an offer with motivated sellers, they get really confused. You have to be this magic person with math and just do all these crazy calculations to learn exactly how to give the right offers to your sellers. And the truth is, when you master the skill, and it really is not that complicated to master, you get really good at it. And honestly, I can comp a property in 5-10 minutes. Anyone gives me an address. And the thing is, it does get harder when you're in a new market, but like if you're in a market that you're used to, it's a local market, you can get really good at doing it. And the thing is, you don't have to be perfect on these offers. And that's the first thing before we really get into the nitty gritty of this is you don't have to be perfect at giving offers to your sellers. The goal is to get the lowest price you possibly can with the seller with negotiating and then bid it up with a cash buyer. So if anyone's stressing about getting the calculation perfect, the problem is your negotiating is not going to be perfect, right? Like, no, you're never going to get the perfect price every single time. It's best to have a guesstimate range of where you have to be. But most importantly, if you sort of know your numbers in a ballpark range, you're going to be fine. And let's explain it. So how do we find the right offer? Again, in wholesaling real estate, we try to get a property under contract, then we sell that contract to a cash buyer, and then the difference we pocket with an assignment fee, and we make a bunch of money. The name of the game is to find someone willing to sell the property for cash, somebody willing to give up their equity in exchange for the speed and convenience of a cash sale. And what we do is we offer to the seller a price. The interesting thing, when we give a formula of how much we should offer the seller, we know that if that property will sell to a cash buyer for, let's say, $100,000, and we offer $80,000 after our calculations, we can make $20,000 on that deal. This is why we have an extreme advantage if we can get our formulas really right. So this is why when I say this, a lot of people can get angry, but the best offer you can give in wholesaling real estate is no offer at all. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to do the offers if you have to give an offer, but just remember that. I think everyone really forgets the point here, especially when they search how to give offers to motivate sellers. What's the right formula? Is asking your seller how much they need to sell the property for. Still do the offer formula that I tell you today, but asking the seller how much they need to sell the property for, I always recommend you do that, especially on a physical appointment, because you're going to be shocked. Shocked in two ways. One way you're shocked is the seller gives you an extremely high price that is like way out the ballpark, that's way too high. Or the seller's going to give you a price that's way below your lowest ball offer, and that's going to get you a lot of profits. So I always say that first because every time I've done that, I've made more money having the seller tell me what price they need to sell the property for versus me just giving offers off the bat. That's negotiating one-on-one. So if we get a price from a seller and they say we need to sell for $90,000, how do we know if it's a deal? And this is the formula I say. Now, most people are used to the 70% rule, and that is a rule from 2010 that I never recommend. The truth is, the formula for the market value on a property is this. It is just ARV minus repairs. ARV is aftermarket value. That's what the property's worth on its best day. Think of a house flipping show, really pretty, nice, realtor ready. That's what ARV is. Repairs is how much off, how much repairs, how much money I have to sink in the property for it to be worth that ARV number. So if I need to put $40,000 in the property for it to be immaculate and perfect, that is repair costs. So what the ARV is, so let's say the tip-top realtor shape on the market for the top dollar, it's worth $100,000, and I need $20,000 to get it to that level. That means right now that the value of that property is $80,000 because it needs $20,000 to get to market value. Here's the issue with us real estate wholesalers. Us wholesalers, cash buyers, they want to buy that for a discount on that. Nobody wants to buy a thing for 100% of the market value price. If I'm looking to buy something and I know it's 10% off of the market value, that's a great deal. Investors buy deals. They don't like buying on-market properties for 100% of retail. So us as a wholesaler doing cash transactions, we can easily get discounts, aka the seller giving up equity for cash. Same thing with on-market properties. You can still get properties under market value with realtor on-market houses. So the formula I found with cash buyers is hedge fund buyers are willing to buy a property for 85 to 90% of the market value. New flippers and brand new cash buyers, they're usually willing to buy deals at 80 to 85% off the market value. Savvy and really good investors usually want to buy a deal 70, 75% of the market value. So ARV minus repairs multiplied by that, that's what I've seen. And this goes for most ARVs over $120,000. So this gets us to the point. It's like when I'm doing my offer formula, how much are the percentage multiplied of ARV minus repairs? Do you have a hedge fund buyer? Do you have a new cash buyer? Maybe a cash buyer with a realtor? Or do you have a savvy landlord investor that's just going to rent it out and they have hundreds of rentals and they know exactly what the properties are worth? Before you figure out what percentage of ARV minus repairs you have to do that for your own business. What I've seen the average of all these with your real estate business is most cash buyers, especially in this market today, are around 83%. Now you might be saying, Zach, my mentor said 70%. Well, 7% was a really good rule when the average real estate value was a lot less. Let's do some quick math of the 70% rule and the myth of this. With inflation, it literally makes no sense. If we have a house worth $300,000, which is easily around the average price of a real estate house in the United States of America, let's say it needs $30,000 in repairs. That's pretty average. That means 300 minus 30,000 is $270,000. 70% of $270,000 is $189,000. That means the on-market value is around $270,000 for that property, and the MAO, the max allowable offer, the most you're allowed to ever offer is $189,000. That's $80,000. So you're telling me the minimum price wholesalers are willing to put a property under contract is $80,000 minimum profit? That's ridiculous. You're telling me, so if a cash buyer bought that for $189,000, sunk $30,000 in repairs, paid a realtor and other fees, they would net at minimum $54,000 per flip. That is insane. I have never heard flippers just putting $30K in, making $54,000 at minimum and on average. House flippers are making way less on $30,000 repairs. You see those numbers at $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 in repairs. I mean, at minimum, that MAO will net you $35,000 every time. And we know from wholesalers posting checks and your mentor flexing checks on the gram, they're making $5,000, $10K a deal. They're not even following the 70% rule. My cash buyers are paying 83% on average. That means you're a total $35,000 off. So if I give you an offer for $30,000 above what your 70% MAO is, you're going to lose out on every deal. And that's why a lot of wholesalers struggle with old wholesaling tactics. So again, that is my formula. ARV minus repairs multiplied by around 83%. If you got a hedge fund, bring it up. If you got a savvy investor, bring it down. If you need to know how to do ARVs, do your regular comping. If you need to know how to figure out repair costs, I got plenty of videos. They're all at freewholesaling.com on comping and repair costs. But comping, look at similar properties around your area, similar square footage within 250 square feet, same subdivision, same decade of year built, and the same bed and baths. Now for repair costs, you're going to have to guesstimate more or less. There's plenty of formulas out there. My best rule is this chart right here. I really break down from light, medium, and heavy repair costs. So if it's under 1,500 square feet, $15,000 in repairs is probably the best guess you can do. Medium for under 1,500 is 20 to 25K. High is going to be $50,000 to $60,000. Now at 1,500 to 3,000, this is most properties. Light repair is 20,000 at minimum. I always see light repairs on almost every single wholesaling deal I do. 30 to 35,000 on medium. Then high is 60 to 65,000. And then anything above that, add 5 to 10,000 on top of that for that additional square footage. And that's what I've seen on repair costs. But guys, at the end of the day, that's the perfect formula you need. I need to keep it simple for you guys because getting offer formulas shouldn't take you hours and hours and hours. It should be really simple calculating the perfect offers to give to your sellers because speed is going to be one of the most important factors for you having success in wholesaling real estate. Give these offer formulas fast. Get a ballpark and negotiate the best price possible so you can make the most money wholesaling real estate. If you get any value out of this video, please smash that like button and subscribe and let me know what you think. Do you use the 83% rule? Do you use the 70% rule? Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you have an ARV of under 120,000, the 70% rule is fine, but if it's above it, use 83%. Guys, smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a blessed one.